And we're back with some more adventures in spam. There's a little bit of a rash of spamming going on at the moment, and because of it, I've had to change some of the way I handle comments on the channel. So I thought I'd give a quick update. But for those of you who are unfamiliar, it's actually it's kind of ingenious the way they're doing things. They don't actually write new comments. What they do is they reply to existing comments, and then they don't even use original text in their comments. They're not trying to get you to click on anything in their comments. So what they'll do is they'll copy and paste someone else's text, which makes it look like a legitimate person in a lot of instances, which is kind of a smart plan. What they're trying to get you to do is click on their profile, which will take you somewhere else, I presume, to do something. I don't know. Don't click on their profiles. So they've got a saucy picture and then some sort of luring in name to their avatar, like, oh, tap me for whatever type of thing. You'll see a few going by there. This is just a recording of me dealing with some spam. But what makes it really annoying to deal with is they put it on older videos. They won't do it on your newest stuff, because your newest stuff is the easiest stuff for you to check. If they reply to a comment, say, on a video that's 2 weeks old, I will get no notification on that. They're replying to someone else, that person will get the notification. I won't even know that this comment has happened, so it makes it really hard for the owner of the channel to combat the spam, because they don't even know what's happening. The only way I can find it is if I scroll through, basically, they don't seem to go anything older than about a month. So I have to scroll through all the comments for the last month of comments and just sort of keep an eye out for, pictures and names and things that shouldn't be there, and then, delete them. Very, very smart way of doing things. Any other method, you could probably find a way around to remove them faster. But this has been going on for a while, and I was getting a little bit tired of taking care of the comments. It was like 20, 30 minutes every day, maybe sometimes twice a day I'd have to do it, depending on how bad you get hit. And I'm like, I decided to do something I would never do. I decided to use Google Support, or YouTube Support. Yet that was, I don't know if you've ever used any of the chat-based support programs out there, but just don't. I mean, I knew exactly what I was getting into. Those things are not designed to... They're designed for people who haven't read the FAQs. You know, they're designed for people who go on to Reddit and post a question. And if that person had just taken their question and put it into Google, they would have got their answer straight away. But for some reason, they need someone else to tell them what the answer is. They can't actually use a computer to do it. So that's sort of what the support chat function is meant to do. But I thought, you know what? Maybe there's something out there. Maybe it's wild enough that they'll actually have a result or an answer for me. So I went and used it. It was pretty much as I was expecting. But it actually asked a lot of good questions. It asked good questions, which made me feel more confident in it. And then when it just gave me what you're going to need to do is click on the 3 dots by a comment and hit the report button to report the spam, I'm like, yeah, I thought we'd already covered that. I mean, I really thought you were a more intelligent chatbot than this. And yeah, I kind of got stroppy with YouTube support bot. I can't find records of the chat. It turns out it doesn't keep chat records, so I tried to go back and get them. But yeah, was not my proudest moment. I mean, I knew exactly what I was getting into, and yet still I somehow managed to get annoyed with the chatbot. And it wasn't until much later, when I'd calmed down, I realized the absolute insanity of that. It was just ludicrous. What was I doing? I was getting angry with a chatbot because it wasn't doing anything about my complaints involving a spam bot. I was complaining to a chatbot about a spam bot. I mean, seriously, they both have the last name. I'm not saying there's some nepotism going on here, but obviously if you accuse someone's, if you accuse the judge's brother of something, the judge isn't going to side with you. I was the only meatbag in this situation. I was a human caught between 2 bots. How did I possibly think that was going to go any other way than the way it went? But then I had an even greater revelation. I mean, this spam that's going on, are they actually trying to make money off this? I don't know how they could potentially make money off this. Maybe this has nothing to do with making money. Maybe this is just an elaborate trolling campaign. I mean, think about it. They just troll with lots of spam comments. They don't actually do anything. No one's making any money. No one's getting anything. But it just annoys people. And if anyone gets annoyed enough, then they'll complain. And who did they complain to? To another bot. I mean, you've basically got a bot on one side of you and a bot on the other side of you, and you're basically trapped between 2 bots. It's salt mining. You're just mining people for salt. You have automated trolling people. That is some genius level stuff right there. Okay, evil genius level stuff, but still genius nonetheless. I mean, okay, we're not talking super villainy here. It's more super villainy adjacent, medium villainy. But when you think about it from a point of view, automating trolling, amazing, absolutely amazing. stymied by the bots, I tried to figure out a few different ways of getting rid of the spam, like can you filter for newer users? Because all these spam accounts, they seem to be created in the last 2-3 months. So could I just block all of those or something? There was nothing I could do. But then I found one thing that I'd never used before. It's one of the things you can do. It's called held for review. This is where when you post a video, normally people can just post whatever comments they like. But if you put them as held for review, any comments that go up have to be reviewed by you first and approved before they go up on the page. This actually turns out to be great. So I took all my videos, anything older than the last 3 videos, and I set them all to held for review. Because like 95% of the stuff on videos older than the last 3 is all spam. That's like 95% of it is going to be all spam-based stuff because they just hammer it. And they don't really seem to go near the newer stuff because the newer stuff is the easiest to check. So I've set everything to held for review. Now, I will be catching some non-spammers there. So if any of you are posting on some of the older videos or anyone who's going back to the back catalogue, any comments they post, I will have to approve, and I will approve them. It's just, I'll check it a couple of times a day, so there'll be a bit of a delay there. So it's not perfect, and it's just like that until YouTube catch up with the spammers anyway. But I did that last night, and yes, it works really well. I didn't actually go back quite far enough, but I've gone back this morning and got the rest of them. And basically, the spammers don't seem to like it. So hopefully it helps. If you know anyone who's having spam problems, tell them to change any of their older videos to held for review. And fine, you'll have to manually approve some comments. But the great thing is, my viewers are not getting spammed anymore because people were just going to be waking up and getting just like a big stream of notifications with all these naughty pictures on them. I'm a pretty easygoing guy. It's pretty hard to get me annoyed, but the one thing that has annoyed me the most about this entire scenario is they've ruined saucy pictures for me. It's just, I am literally bored of saucy pictures. What the hell? I have seen so many of them, literally thousands of the damn things at this point. It's just, I've started blanking them now. I'm blanking naughty pictures. Thank you. You've ruined naughty pictures for me. I didn't think that was possible, but you've done it. I really think that just for that crime, you should go to bot hell. Now, I don't even know what bot hell would consist of or what it'd even look like, but I presume it would be Redditors asking you dumb questions that they could have got answered by Google, just, for all eternity. But as a bot, you might actually enjoy that. You know what, we'll let theologians and engineers try and figure that one out. It's beyond me. Anyway, long story short here, if you get any notifications of held for review comments on videos older than the last 2 or 3, or even on some of the more recent ones, I might have to change it depending on how they adapt. It's nothing personal. It's nothing against you. I'm just trying to stop some medium villainy here until YouTube figures out what's going on and manages to block a lot of them. In other good news, the last of the computer parts have arrived. They're all here and I can finally put it together. Oh, this is going to be good. Well, I'm going to try and put it together before Saturday, because Saturday is when they relax the restrictions in Ireland, and I have plans to go out on the lash with my mates. And yeah, let's just say Sunday is probably going to be a complete write-off. Anything more strenuous than Netflix would probably be beyond me. So I make no promises, but I should hopefully get this done before the end of the weekend, and I'll try and record a little bit of footage of me doing it, or, some of the parts putting it together, and explain the reasoning and choices behind all of it, and maybe benchmark it against the old test results. Also, I'll be going through the test results and why I chose these parts and some of the suggestions that were made. Because, dear Lord, there's a story behind half the parts that came into this particular build. Anyway, that was my adventures in spam for the day. I hope you enjoyed, and good luck.